News is reporting that the Trump administration has ended the temporary protection status for Somalis in the United States. We're taking a look here at a social media post courtesy of Fox News, and Fox News Digital saying this: the Trump administration is ending temporary protection status for Somalia, affecting several thousand Somalis currently living in the U.S. and several hundred currently living in Minnesota under the protection. Somali migrants with TPS will be required to leave the country by March 17th.
We're here gathered today with community leaders, business leaders, and youth leaders from the Somali community and from the Muslim community in Minnesota to fully support and endorse President Trump. Some of the key issues of the community are the global wars, family values, and with all these and a number of other issues, the community came together and fully standing behind President Donald J. Trump.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Look at Minnesota, where Somalians have taken over the economics of the state and have stolen billions and billions of dollars from Minnesota and indeed from the United States of America. And we're going to put an end to it.
We're also going to revoke the citizenship of any naturalized immigrant from Somalia or anywhere else who is convicted of defrauding our citizens. We're going to get them the hell out of here fast.
The U.S. President Donald Trump has come out and said he's going to remove the temporary protective status that Somalis have in Minnesota so that he can start deporting them. And I just want to say I absolutely support this as a Nigerian. I need him to remove that status and deport as many Somalis as possible. After seeing what y'all did to your own brother in favor of Jacob Frey, you serve no purpose to your own people, to all black peoples. You need to get the of America. You are a net negative to all black people, to all African people. You need to get the because you live in America where you see white people unite behind race, but you decided that because someone, a Somali, is from a different tribe, different clan, someone who wants the best for you and your people, someone who wants the best, bring in representation, who is going to put in laws and measures to protect you and your community. You said, nah. He's not from my tribe. Let the Jew win. Let Jacob Frey win. Africans have shown they would rather take suffering from someone they love than take enjoyment from someone they hate. I absolutely support that shit. Donald Trump needs to deport as many Somalis as possible, because if you're going to come here after so many years and you still don't know how to unite as a people, you serve no purpose. You are absolutely worthless to the rest of us. And you should not be in this country. You need to get the out. You should not be in this country. You need to get the out.
You're going to see headlines on Mean Trump getting rid of the Somalians out of here because he's getting rid of the protective status. He's not getting rid of it. It was a temporary protective status put in place in 1991, which has since been renewed more than 24 times, the latest of that renewal being in July of 2024. That renewal took it to the March 17th date that you're hearing now. So it's not that he's getting rid of the protective service. He's just not renewing it, as he has done for many other countries, including Venezuela, Haiti, Syria, Nicaragua, Honduras, Ethiopia, Afghanistan. The list goes on. This is his first America First agenda that he plans to implement. It's not that he is targeting the Somalian community based on what's going on in Minnesota, which is, I'm sure, what the headlines are going to start reading. He is taking the America First steps to get rid of people who have been here and don't have any desire to become American citizens. These people have been here long enough to take steps to become American citizens, but they have not. So it's time for them to go. No longer sponging off the American taxpayer to live in a country that they have been given everything and are grateful for nothing.
When the president tweets as if he has the authority to terminate temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota, Even little kids in 8th grade know that that is not an authority that the president has.
And is the ICE director and joins us now. Sir, good to have you back on. The president has called to end the temporary protected status of Somalians living in the state of Minnesota. When that does happen, is ICE going to be going into what's called Little Mogadishu there on the southeast side of Minneapolis?
Hey, Rob. Good seeing you again. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so, ICE, obviously, we enforce the laws the way they're written, right? And so if someone's temporary protective status is lifted, which it's happened many times to different various countries and nationalities, but we're ready to take action, and that's what we do, right? When someone's temporary protective status is lifted, they are now illegal aliens. They're here in the country illegally, and we will go ahead and remove those criminal elements out of our neighborhoods.
Take a good look at these two. They're saying goodbye. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem announced today that, protection status is now OVER, claiming that Somalia is safe enough for anybody residing in the United States of America can now go home. So these gals are very upset because they have to go home. They've been here long enough, living on free stuff and on the backs of the American taxpayer. Now, according to Secretary Kristi Noem, they have until March 17th to say goodbye and pack it on up and leave the United States of America. Hopefully, Omar and her brother husband will be going with her.
If you are from Somalia and have TPS, you have to get on the CBP Home app and register to depart the United States by that date.
I mean, personally, if you're here committing crimes, especially to that magnitude, then you don't need to be here. It's just that simple. And just like I told you guys, I can't go down to Tijuana and start committing crimes and then expect the government to have mercy on me and or the people. So if you want to be in America and you're doing your thing, then whatever, that's cool. But if you want to be in America and you're running rackets to the tune of millions and billions of dollars, I can't feel bad for you. And he's giving them time. He's telling them, you have until the March 17th. That's 2 months, right? Yeah.
Somali leaders endorsed Donald Trump during the election, and now he wants to deport them. So if you don't remember, during the election, Somali leaders in Minnesota did a press conference where they publicly endorsed Donald Trump. Now, fast forward to recently, Donald Trump is, doing his press conference on the news, and he's saying that he wants Somali people gone. He says that he does not like them. He says that, I guess, the areas that they live in are poverty-stricken, and, they're not good people, and that's why they don't even want to live in their own country. And he knows that it's not politically correct to say that, but he don't like them, and he wants them gone. There's a lot of immigrants that are learning the hard way that, your proximity to whiteness means nothing. There's a reason why a lot of Black people don't care to be, in white spaces.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
They don't care to bootleg or none of that. There's a reason, because at the end of the day, whether you believe that you're Black or not, I'm not Black, I'm Somali, they don't care. So now these leaders have gotten on, national television, told their community to vote for this man, their community that probably trusts them, and that same man is talking down on them as people, talking down on their country, and wants them gone. To no surprise. And then you have Somalis now tweeting, that Black Americans think it's funny. They're not worried about, what's happening to Somalis when, this is just going to intensify racial profiling, and they're now going to be racially profiled. I'm so sorry. Somali people, yeah, some of y'all are beautiful, but there's no way in hell you're going to look at me and tell me that I look like I'm from Somali. You know that I don't look like, I look like an African American. I'm not getting racially profiled as somebody from Somali. I'm so sorry. They have very distinct features, and it does not align with what I look like. So no, I am not worried. And I feel bad for the ones who were not naive and not dumb, but this is something that you have to take up with your community, not mine.